2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee review on. The 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee has an excellent blend of luxury, comfort and off-road capability. Whatever you're looking for in an SUV, the 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee likely offers it. Depending on how you equip it, it can be well-rounded and luxurious, an off-road specialist or a hot rod SUV. It's one of our favorites in the mid-size SUV class. Since it's a Jeep, you'd expect that the Grand Cherokee will offer class-leading off-road abilities, and it delivers. With special four-wheel drive systems, available skid plates and multiple drive modes for varying surfaces, it goes much further off-road than the average SUV. But what you might not expect is the Grand Cherokee's performance side. On top of the decently powerful standard V6 engine, the Grand Cherokee offers 3 V8 engine options, including a 475 horsepower V8 under the hood of the SRT model and a truly bonkers 707 horsepower Trackhawk model. Stack up all the unique features, add them to the Grand Cherokee's inherent utility, and you've got an SUV with something for just about everyone. What's new? Want power? Jeep is here to help you out by stuffing a 707 horsepower supercharged V8 into the nose of the new Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. It's more performance-focused than the existing 475 horsepower SRT. In other engine news, the diesel engine has been removed from the Grand Cherokee's lineup, but it may return later in the year. Finally, the 7-inch touchscreen is now standard. The 8.4-inch screen remains optional. There's no bad Grand Cherokee in the lineup, and picking one is largely about getting the capabilities you want or need. But if we had to choose just one, we'd go with the Trailhawk trim level. With special features such as off-road skid plates and low-range gearing, it's prepared for any trail you might want to tackle. It's still useful for your daily commute, too, and can be fitted with pretty much all of Jeep's luxury-oriented features. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee is a 5-passenger mid-size SUV that comes in 7 trim levels: Laredo, Limited, Trailhawk, Overland, Summit, SRT and Trackhawk. Most Grand Cherokees are available with rear-wheel drive 2WD or 4-wheel drive 4WD. But the Trailhawk is 4WD only, and the SRT and Trackhawk get specialized all-wheel drive systems. All Grand Cherokees are reasonably well equipped, but certain upgrades are offered only on higher trims, including the 8.4-inch touchscreen and the optional V8 engines. Standard feature highlights for the base Laredo include a 3.6-liter V6 engine, 295 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque, an 8-speed automatic transmission, 17-inch wheels, heated mirrors, a rear-view camera, rear parking sensors, keyless ignition and entry, dual-zone automatic climate control, Bluetooth, a 7-inch touchscreen, and a 6-speaker sound system with satellite radio and 2 USB ports. If you're looking for a few more creature comforts, or if you just need heated seats for cold winter commutes, then check out the Limited trim level. On the Limited and above, you can go with the standard V6, or you can opt for the optional 5.7-liter V8 360 horsepower, 390 lb-ft. An 8-speed automatic transmission is standard for both. Other standard equipment on the Limited includes 18-inch wheels, remote start, auto-dimming driver side and rear view mirrors, a power liftgate, a 115-volt power outlet, a heated steering wheel, heated front and rear seats, leather upholstery, power front seats and driver seat memory settings. The off-road-oriented Trailhawk trim level is our choice for the Grand Cherokee. Without a doubt, it's one of the most capable off-road SUVs in its class. On top of the Limited trim, it adds unique exterior styling flourishes, different 18-inch wheels with off-road tires, 4-wheel drive with low-range gearing quadra-drive 2, an adjustable air suspension quadro-lift with increased suspension travel and other Trailhawk-specific tuning, hill ascent and descent control, an electronic limited-slip rear differential, underbody skid plates, trim-specific interior styling, and an upgraded instrument cluster display with exclusive off-road features. The Trailhawk also adds power folding mirrors, ventilated front seats, an 8.4-inch touchscreen interface, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration, a navigation system and a 9-speaker sound system. Next in the Grand Cherokee lineup is the Overland. It has a few more luxury options and shares the Trailhawk's latter 4 standard features as well as a mainstream version of its air suspension. It's also equipped with 20-inch wheels, automatic wipers, xenon headlights with auto high beam control, LED daytime running lights and fog lights, a dual-pane panoramic sunroof, a navigation system, a power-adjustable steering wheel and extended leather upholstery. If you want most of the creature comforts that the Grand Cherokee has to offer, definitely consider the Summit trim. It includes the Overland's standard equipment, plus polished 20-inch wheels, headlight washers, front parking sensors, a self-parking system both parallel and perpendicular, additional noise-reducing window glass, active noise-canceling technology, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring with rear cross-traffic alert, a forward collision mitigation system with automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, upgraded leather upholstery with diamond quilted accents, and a 19-speaker Harman Kardon audio system. A full leather interior with even more coverage is an extra cost option. Most of the Summit's safety equipment is also available on the Overland trim level via the High Altitude package. A bit out of the standard structure is the High Horsepower SRT trim level. It is broadly equipped like the Summit trim level with a few distinctions. Unique standard equipment includes a 6.4-liter V8 475 horsepower, 470 lb-ft, a specialized all-wheel drive system tuned more for high-performance driving than off-road use, 20-inch wheels with performance tires, an adaptive sports-tuned suspension, sports-tuned steering and brakes, a sport body kit, a limited-slip rear differential and selectable performance modes. Options for the SRT include a dual-pane panoramic sunroof, 2 different 20-inch wheel styles carbon black or lightweight, upgraded brakes, extended and upgraded leather upholstery, the 19-speaker audio system, and a towing package. Even further down the high-performance rabbit hole, there's the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. The Trackhawk gets most of the SRT standard equipment plus the supercharged 6.2-liter V8 707 horsepower, 645 lb-ft, an upgraded 8-speed transmission, an upgraded adaptive suspension and Brembo brakes, more aggressive-looking bodywork, and light-weight 20-inch wheels with high-performance tires. There are also some unique interior design cues and upgraded upholstery to set the Trackhawk apart from the group. Many of the higher trim standard features are offered on lesser models as options. The dual-screen rear entertainment system with Blu-ray capability is also optional for the Limited, Trailhawk, Overland, Summit and SRT. Quite a few aesthetic upgrades are available as well, depending on trim level. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically comes in multiple versions, although trim levels share many aspects. The S in this review are based on our full test of the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit Turbo 3.0 liters V6 diesel, 8-speed automatic, 4WD. Note, since this test was conducted, the current Grand Cherokee has received some revisions, including a new gearshift lever, the addition of electric assist power steering and a weight reduction courtesy of some aluminum suspension components. Also, the diesel engine is not currently available in the Grand Cherokee lineup, but it could return later in 2018. As a result, we have not scored certain categories, but other findings remain applicable to this year's Grand Cherokee. Driving. With many available engines and trim levels, there's a lot to choose from on the Grand Cherokee, but no matter which model you go with, off-road performance is rather good, even if handling isn't top-notch. The top-level Summit model we tested is the only Grand Cherokee that's not trail-rated. Steering. The Grand Cherokee's steering has a light effort and a chunky steering wheel that feels good in your hands, which should suit most people. Unfortunately, it also doesn't have much in the way of feel, so you never really know what the front tires are up to on road or off. Handling. Whether at the test track or on back roads, regular Grand Cherokees feel lethargic and heavy. They have little roll control, meaning they lean considerably through corners. The stability control intervenes early and often. Obviously, the SRT and Trackhawk are different animals, however. Drivability. The 8-speed automatic shifts smoothly on the highway, though there is some jerkiness in stop-and-go traffic, and the engine requires more revs than you expect to get going. Off-road. We tested the Summit model. Because of its low front fascia, it isn't trail-rated, despite the quadra-drive 2 4-wheel drive system and high adjustable air suspension. Still, it's ultra-capable when scurrying up steep trails. Comfort. The Grand Cherokee has excellent sound deadening, plus supportive seats and plenty of room to stretch out. Although we expected good things from the air suspension, it suffers in the city, struggling to soak up smaller bumps. Seat comfort. The front seats are wide and overstuffed with padding, yet they are surprisingly firm. Adjustable lumbar and heating and cooling up front are complemented by well-padded armrests. The rear reclining seatbacks have easy access levers. The rear middle seat is livable but not wide enough for adults. Ride comfort. Oddly, the optional air suspension struggles to absorb smaller pavement ripples, allowing significant vibration into the cabin. It's definitely not the best urban vehicle. Big bumps, on the other hand, are absorbed with ease. Noise and vibration. Engine noise will depend on which powertrain you choose, but dual-pane front glass means nearly zero wind noise on the highway. Climate control. The large primary buttons and knobs for the climate control system are easy to operate, and the system cools and warms the cabin well. But some secondary controls located in the infotainment screen are a bit harder to find and can be frustrating even for owners used to the system. Interior. Jeep's most recent improvements certainly make the Grand Cherokee's cabin a nice place to be. The uConnect infotainment system, materials and controls are at the top of the class, though the touchscreen forces too many steps for certain functions. Ease of use. The centerpiece is an excellent chunky steering wheel paired with solid, substantial controls. Large, grippy knobs for stereo volume tuning and speed are nice, but some climate control functions require 3 to 4 button pushes through the touchscreen. Getting in, jetting out. The wide opening front doors help entry. The step-in height is higher than average, but the air suspension can be lowered when parked. The rear door is also open wide, but the opening is compromised by the intrusive rear wheel well and wide rocker panels. Roominess. Despite the high seating position, there is still generous headroom up front and good elbow room, too. The center console leaves room for the driver's right knee. Excellent rear foot and knee room, plus plenty of headroom. Visibility. The windshield pillars are fairly long and thick, hampering views on curvy roads. Most other pillars are narrow, and the tall side windows facilitate lane changes. Standard rear view camera and parking sensors are especially handy in a tall SUV. Utility. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is a capable tow rig and has decent cargo space. But thorough SUVs offer even more interior space. Small item storage. The main front bin isn't very big and is covered by a cheap filling door. Up front, the door pockets are too narrow for most hands. There are, however, good anti-tip cup holders. Cargo space. The Grand Cherokee's trunk isn't the largest, and it also doesn't have a very low load floor. But with the optional air suspension you can lower the ride height when you park. The luggage area houses a full-size spare and still offers 36.3 cubic feet of space with the rear seats up. Child safety seat accommodation. There are 2 sets of 2 latches, each on the outboard positions of the rear seat. Realistically, you'll be able to put 2 child seats in the rear. Towing. With the V8 and 4WD, the Jeep Grand Cherokee has a tow of 7,200 pounds. Two-wheel drive models can tow a bit more, and V6 models tow about 1,000 pounds less. Most crossover SUVs don't come anywhere close to those numbers. Technology. Though the uConnect system in the Jeep Grand Cherokee is one of the most user-friendly on the market, Our test vehicle had several issues with reliability during operation. Knobs often failed to respond to inputs, and the satellite radio cut out so many times that we lost track. Audio and navigation. Audio and navigation controls are extremely user-friendly. Almost any novice can master the basic functions of the uConnect system after just a few uses. The optional 9-speaker stereo has good sound quality and dynamic range. Smartphone integration. Connecting via Bluetooth or USB is easy and quick with the Grand Cherokee. Songs and podcasts are indexed with lightning speed. Driver aids. Optional systems such as blind spot monitoring and forward collision mitigation are nice to have, but unfortunately they're oversensitive in the Grand Cherokee. Warnings sound with the slightest encroachment on other cars or even when a car is 2 lanes away in your blind spot.